Kylian Mbappé just lost France. He still wears the most famous armband in world football. He still scored 4 goals, more than anyone in the group stage. He's still on every single billboard in Paris. And it doesn't matter. Because while everyone was watching the most marketed footballer on the planet, Ousmane Dembélé quietly took everything. The Ballon d'Or, the treble, the hat-trick, and now, France itself. This is the quietest coronation in football history, and Mbappé is the only one who can't see it yet. So let me show you how the most expensive footballer of his generation just got overthrown by the guy who used to be his backup. Start with last season, because this is where the cracks become canyons. 2025-26. Mbappé wins the Pichichi at Real Madrid. 42 goals, the most by any European striker in a single season this decade, and he ends the year with, get this, 0 trophies. 0. No league, no cup, no Champions League. The most prolific scoring season of his life, into the void. Meanwhile, 3,000 kilometers away, Ousmane Dembélé wins the most dominant treble Europe has seen in years. League, French Cup, Champions League, and then he wins the Ballon d'Or. 1,380 points. Lamine Yamal, 1,059. The biggest Ballon d'Or margin in over a decade. Mbappé didn't even finish second. He didn't even finish third. The most popular footballer on the planet got beat by his own teammate by over 300 points. And that's not the embarrassing part. The embarrassing part is what came next. Because Mbappé doesn't lose quietly. He never has. According to RMC Sport, France's biggest sports network, Dembélé reportedly told Mbappé to defend more during a heated team meeting. The response? Mbappé walked out of training camp early. Just left. Jérôme Rothen tore him apart on live TV, said Mbappé plays for himself, not for France. The harshest public takedown of a French captain in years. And this isn't one journalist's opinion anymore. This is the conversation now, and it's not the first time. Neymar at PSG was pushed out. Messi at PSG was frozen out of attacking patterns. The greatest player of his generation turned into a passenger. Every single time a bigger star arrives next to him, Mbappé makes them smaller. France was the last throne he had left, until Dembélé scored that hat-trick. 3 goals, 7 minutes. The second fastest World Cup hat-trick ever recorded. The stadium erupts with chants of Dembélé's name, the loudest crowd moment of the tournament so far, and the cameras catch Mbappé standing alone on the halfway line. Not celebrating, not running over, just standing, watching the throne tilt. And here's the stat that should end this debate. Mbappé has 8 World Cup knockout goals, more than anyone in history, and he has never once won the World Cup Golden Ball. 2018, Modric, 2022, Messi. The greatest scorer his generation has ever seen. And every time, the trophy goes to someone else. The data is screaming what Mbappé refuses to hear. So now imagine this. France makes the final. Dembélé scores in the semi, scores in the final. France lifts the most prestigious trophy on earth. Dembélé wins the Golden Ball. 2 Ballon d'Ors in a row, back-to-back. The first French player ever to do it. And Mbappé becomes the answer to a trivia question, the most expensive footnote in football history. The greatest player without a trophy of his generation. The man who had everything except the only thing that mattered. And the worst part isn't that it could happen. The worst part is that it's already happening. And Mbappé is the only one in France pretending it's not. So the question isn't whether Mbappé can still win this World Cup. It's whether anyone's going to remember he was even in it. Drop a comment. Is Dembélé France's new #1? Or is this the comeback story Mbappé needed all along? Subscribe, because we cover every story the highlight reels skip. The goals are easy. The truth takes longer.